Okay, everyone, time to take one more final trip in the time-traveling DeLorean, because here comes the grand finale, Back to the Future Part 3, right now. Big Days! Entertainment rankings and reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known as the Big D. This time around, I bring to you a review of the 1990 sci-fi flick Back to the Future Part 3. The final installment of the Back to the Future trilogy, directed by Robert Zemeckis, released by Universal and Amblin Entertainment, starring Michael J. Fox along with Christopher Lloyd as Marty McFly and Doc Brown, plus Thomas F. Wilson, who plays an ancestor of Biff Tannen, and Mary Steenburgen, plus Leah Thompson's in this as well. Anyway, this came out a half a year after the release of the last movie, and it did pretty well. Anyway, I have, like I've said in the previous reviews, I haven't seen the Back to the Future sequels in some time, as much as I've done with the first one. Now, of course, this continues immediately after the last film ended. While stranded in 1955 during his time travel adventures, Marty discovers that his friend Doc Brown is trapped in 1885 and was killed by Biff's grandfather, his great-grandfather anyway. And Marty travels to the year to rescue Doc and return to 1985, but soon Doc falls in love, which we'll talk about as we get into our story. So if you are ready, let's go. Anyway, it starts on November 12th, 1955, moments after witnessing his apparent death. Marty McFly learns that Dr. Emmett Brown was transported to 1885 and is trapped. Marty and the 1955 Doc use the information in Doc's 1885 letter to find and repair the DeLorean so Marty can return to 1985. And Doc's letter instructs Marty not to retrieve him. Marty spots a tombstone with Doc's name dated 6 days after the letter, and learns Doc was killed by Biff Tannen's great-grandfather Buford. And Marty photographs the tombstone and travels to 1885 to save his friend. So Marty arrives on September 2nd, 1885, in the middle of a cavalry pursuit of Indians. When the DeLorean's fuel line is torn, Marty hides the car in a cave, only to be chased by a bear and knocked out. Found by his Irish-born great-great-grandparents, Seamus and Maggie McFly. And of course, Maggie is played by Leah Thompson, who of course played the young version of Marty's mother, Lorraine. Which, I gotta tell you, that's really something. Let's see, now where was I? Oh yeah. So he spends the night at their farm, and then walks the hill valley and runs afoul of Buford and his gang. So Buford attempts to lynch Marty, but Doc rescues him. Doc agrees to leave 1885 after seeing the photograph, but without gasoline, the DeLorean cannot reach 88 miles per hour. So Doc devises a plan to use a train locomotive to push the DeLorean up to the required speed. While he and Marty explore a rail spur they intend to use, they spot a runaway horse-drawn wagon. Doc saves the passenger, Clara Clayton, and they both fall in love. At the town festival, Buford tries killing Doc, but Marty thwarts him, and Buford insults Marty and challenges him to a showdown within 2 days. In his anger, Marty accepts. Doc warns Marty not to get provoked by name-calling and lets slip that Marty get into a car accident in the future. Doc's name in the photograph of the tombstone is erased, but the date and tombstone itself remain. After a failed attempt to convince Clara that he is from the future, Doc is spurned. He goes to the saloon for a binge, and Doc drinks a single shot of whiskey and passes out. Beaver arrives and calls out Mari, but Mari observes Clint Eastwood, his 1885 alias, appear on the tombstone in the photograph, so refuses to duel. Doc awakens after drinking the bartender's special wake-up juice and tries fleeing with Mari, but Beaver's gang captures Doc, forcing Mari to duel. After fooling Buford into thinking he killed Mari, Mari knocks Buford into a wagoner, and Buford is arrested for an earlier robbery. Now I'm going to get to the last bit of this movie here. So you got 5 seconds to stop this video to avoid ending spoilers. Stop the video and then go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below to avoid ending spoilers, alright? Thank you for your understanding, so get ready because here comes the ending. Here's your 5 seconds to stop the video. Okay, you've been warned. Now, as Clara leaves on the train, she overhears a salesman discussing how heartbroken Doc was. So Clara applies the emergency brake and returns to town. She discovers Doc's model of the time machine and rides after him. Stealing the locomotive at gunpoint, Doc and Mari begin pushing the DeLorean along the spur line. Clara boards the locomotive while Doc climbs toward the DeLorean. Doc encourages Clara to join him, but she falls hanging by her dress. So Mari passes his hoverboard to Doc so he can save her. And they coast away from the locomotive as it falls off an unfinished railroad bridge, and Mari travels to 1985 on the completed bridge. And Mari arrives on October 27, 1985, escaping the powerless DeLorean before it is destroyed by an oncoming train. He discovers everything has returned to the initial post-time travel timeline, and finds Jennifer, his girlfriend, played by Elizabeth Shue again, sleeping on her porch. Front porch, that is. He uses the lessons he learned in 1885 to avoid being go-headed into a street race with Douglas J. Niels, avoiding a possible automobile accident. Remembering that this accident would have sent Mari's life spiraling downward, Jennifer opens a fax message she kept from 2015 and watches as its text regarding Mari's firing disappears. And as Mari and Jennifer examine the DeLorean wreckage, a flying steam locomotive equipped with a flux capacitor appears, manned by Doc, Clara, and their 2 children, Jules and Vern. Yes, named after Jules Verne. Anyway, Doc gives Mari a photo of the 2 of them by the clockworks in 1885. And Jennifer asks about the facts, and Doc tells them it means that the future has not yet been written. And Doc and his family depart aboard a locomotive to an unknown time. That's the end. So what did I think of Back to the Future Part 3? Even though it's been some time since I last saw it, I gotta say it was pretty good. I love the atmosphere of it being in the Wild West in 1885. It was really good. The cast is, once again, good. Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, Thomas F. Wilson. Everybody was good. Mary Steenburgen was real good, too. And Alan Silvestri once again returns as the composer for the soundtrack. So I have to say Back to the Future Part 3 is a fun-filled thrill ride. And of course the story is pretty good too. And of course about a year later, this led to get Back to the Future onto the tube for the first time in an animated series that premiered the following year on CBS. Where Dan Castellaneta, who of course was best known for voicing a certain Homer Simpson voiced Doc, but however, Doc himself in the movies, Christopher Lloyd appeared in live action form at the beginning and ending of each episode. Which I'll talk about that in a future Saturday morning TV log. Should I decide to get back on those one day, which I will. I don't know when, but I will. Promise. So, in the end, would I recommend Back to the Future Part 3? You know it. Believe me, you should see the whole Back to the Future trilogy. I really do enjoy it. Back to the Future Part 3 is real good. Now, I'm not going to do no ranking because it's hard to rank those three, mere three movies. Well, even though I have ranked four or three movies for certain franchises, but Back to the Future would be a little bit hard. I'll need to rewatch these movies, and then maybe one day I will rank them, okay? We'll see. So anyway, what did you think of Back to the Future Part 3? Tell me what you thought about it in the comment section below, please. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel as well, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me again next time when I bring to you another anniversary review, and this time it's Fantastic Four from 2005. Yes, one of my favorite superhero movies of the 2000s. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Now, if you liked this, you can see these other videos. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of the first Back to the Future from 1985, which celebrated its 35th anniversary not so long ago. In the upper right-hand corner is my review of Back to the Future Part 2. As a bonus, the bottom left-hand corner is my recent review of the Disney Plus live recording of the musical Hamilton, and in the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying see ya and see you in the future. Bye now.